Hey everyone, it's Michelle here from BelleYogi. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a total body yoga flow. This is a really great practice to do if you're short on time, but we're really hoping for a balanced yoga practice. This is the one for you. So find a little bit of space, roll out your mat, and let's get started. Okay, everybody, so we're gonna start in Tadasana at the top of our mat in mountain pose. So just take your feet about hip distance apart, come to the top of your mat, draw your hands together in front of your heart, and take a moment to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Tune inward towards your heartbeat, towards your breath. Notice the breath at the tip of the nostrils as the breath moves in and up on the inhale, and the breath moves down and out on the exhale. Perhaps here, where your hands are at Anjali Mudra in front of your heart, you can feel your heart beating. Tapping a little bit deeper into the physical dimension of your body. And just notice here the feeling of the feet connected to the floor. Take a second to set an intention for this practice. Perhaps your intention is just to stay present, to take some time for yourself, to develop that mind-body connection, and be present for it. When your mind starts to wander to what you have to do next on your to-do list, or what's already happened today, bring yourself right back to this moment. And the easiest way to do that is by bringing your awareness back to the breath. On your inhale, let's reach the arms up over your head. Stretch up nice and long through the fingers. And on the exhale, bend your elbows, lift your sternum up, invite a little bit of a back bend here. Think about bringing your sit bones down towards the floor so you're not tilting your pelvis at all. And you're pressing your hips slightly forward. On your inhale, reach back up through to the ceiling, and then the exhale, you'll fold over your legs. And just allow the upper body here to hang down towards the lower body. Your knees can be softly bent. Take a few nods of the head. So shake your head, no. Back and forth. And then shake your head, yes. Up and down. Maybe kind of go a little bit circles in one direction and the other. Moving intuitively here with any aches or pains you might be feeling, sensations in the body. On the inhale, let's take a flat back. Hands can travel to shins or even thighs. And then you'll take a big step back with your left foot. I'm walking my fingers back in line with my right toes and just have this low lunge here. So the back knee can be up or down, right knee is right over the ankle. Take a few moments here just to breathe and feel. And then on your exhale, right foot steps back, downward facing dog. In this Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog, I want you to really press into the floor with those hands. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Look between your thighs. Make that connection with your breath again. On your next inhale, step your right foot back to the top of the mat. Look up. And then you'll take a big step forward with your left foot and fold over your legs. On the inhale, reach up towards the ceiling again, come to stand, and then the exhale, draw your hands right back to your heart. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your elbows. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, lengthen. Big step back with the right foot. Again, making sure the fingertips are in line with the left toes now. Take a moment here to just breathe, find length through the spine, reach through the crown of the head. And then on that exhale, left foot steps back, down dog. Make sure your hands are spread super wide. Your middle fingers are completely forward. And on your next breath in, you'll take a big step forward with your left foot again. Look up. And then travel forward with your right foot and fold. Inhale to rise, reach up, look up. And exhale, hands come down by your side. From here, bend your knees, reach your arms up. Let's activate those quadriceps a bit. Reach up through those fingers. Maybe your big toes are together. If so, your knees can be squeezing together. There's just a sliver or a little space between your heels. Otherwise, keep your knees and your feet hip distance apart. Sit down a little bit lower. And on that next exhale, you'll fold over your legs, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop back, high plank. And then straight into low plank or all the way to the belly. I want you to squeeze those elbows in and lower down. Point the toes, lift the chest, come into that high cobra here. Just keep the thighs and knees on the floor for now. Turn and look over your right shoulder. Come back to center, turn and look over your left shoulder. Back to center, curl the toes, lift the hips, down dog. From here, lift the right leg up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Point and flex that right foot a few times. And then continue to keep it pointed. Push equally into both of your hands. And on your exhale, you'll draw your knee into your chest, shoulders over your wrist, and step the foot between the hands. Lower that left heel to the floor so it's like at a 45-degree angle, and then inhale, reach up, warrior one. Find stability through your feet, and then activate Mula Bandha. So you're lifting the pelvic floor upward. Think about cutting off the stream of urine, what that feels like. Try that in your body as you hold this posture. And then interlace the fingers behind your back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, start to fold. Now you can just rest the torso on that thigh, or perhaps you're taking that right shoulder on the inside of the right knee as you go a little deeper. Squeeze your right hip in and under, and then think about taking those palms or the hands up towards the ceiling with that bind. On your inhale, you'll push down through the feet, lift the torso up, release the hands, reach them up. And on your exhale, you're going to twist, open to the right. So lift the left heel up, squeeze your inner thighs, look over your right shoulder. And then cartwheel the hands to the floor, right foot steps back, downward facing dog. Come back to your breath. Come back to your body.
From here, shift the weight into the right foot. Lift that left leg up and back. Point and flex that left foot a few times. Hold the left toes pointed. And on your next exhale, draw your knee in slowly and then step it down. Lower that right heel to the floor, and on your inhale, you rise, reach the arms up. Again, remember Mula Bandha here. Arms are active and reaching. Legs are strong. And then let's interlace the fingers behind your back. On your inhale, you lean back, look up. And on your exhale, you hinge forward. Again, either taking the torso on top of the thigh or the shoulder on the inside of the knee. If you have the shoulder on the inside of the knee, you want to think about squeezing your left hip in. On your next inhale, come all the way up. And then lift your right heel up. Start to squeeze the inner thighs as you twist open to the left. So now shoulders stay relatively on top of those hips. Maybe looking over that left shoulder. And then cartwheel the hands to the floor. Left foot steps back, downward facing dog. From here, take your feet as wide as your mat. Push a little further into your hands. And then walk yourself back. So your hands come towards your feet and allow your upper body to hang. You can grab opposite elbows here. And then release your hands back to the floor, lift the chest. Walk your hands forward. Back to downward facing dog. From here, you're going to come down to your knees, cross your ankles, push your seat over your feet, and come right into Navasana. So you have the option of taking your hands behind your thighs, squeeze your knees together, arms reach forward, lift that chest up, or you can take your legs extended. Breathe here, 5 breaths. Good. And then cross the ankles. Now we'll take the hands back in front. Downward facing dog. Good. From here, you're going to drop to your knees. Come up on your knees. We're going to practice Ustrasana, camel pose. So take your hands at your lower back. Lift your heart up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lean back. Squeeze those elbows in. Perhaps you have the flexibility to take one hand or both hands to your ankles today. If you do, make sure your hips are still pressing forward. All right, and then maybe drop your head back. Breathe. On your inhale, travel your hands to your lower back. Slowly tuck your chin to chest and sit back at your heels for a moment. If you need a little toe stretch, you can take that moment to curl your toes under and take your moment here with your shoulders right over your hips. Maybe take a moment to close your eyes. Come back to that intention that you had in the beginning of the practice. And assess how you're doing without judgment. Judgment-free zone here. All right. If you had your toes curled under, you're going to tap your toes a few times. And then we'll come back up. Second time. Second and last time. Hands at your lower back. Fingertips are facing down. Squeeze your elbows in. Lift your heart up. Maybe this is where you stay. If you want to go deeper, you're pressing the hips forward more. Lift the heart up before attempting to take your hands to your ankles or calves. You can even try, if you're a little more advanced, to take your hands closer towards the knees. Breathe. And then slowly come back up. Sit back. Take a moment to relax. This one can bring up a lot. You're really opening up the heart, and sometimes we store emotions, trauma right in our heart center. So just take a moment to pause. And then let's come to our seat. We'll take a spinal twist, so extend your legs out long. Bend your right knee up. It doesn't have to be super close. Actually, I want it kind of far away. Heel kind of far away from your seat. And I want you to lean back on your right hand. Take your left hand outside of your right thigh and press your left forearm into your thigh, right? But I also don't want you to press so far that the knee's going across your body. So you're gonna keep your knee straight on. You're gonna press your elbow into your thigh, but also press your thigh back into your forearm. All right, so just a little dynamic tension here. Keep your left foot either flexed or pointed, doesn't really matter, and just start to look over your right shoulder. Feel this nice twist here in the torso. Breathe here. And then come a little more upright. Start to walk your right hand closer to your sacrum. You can even draw your heel in closer to your seat. Wrap your left arm around your shin and find a little space. So move your belly outside that thigh a bit and maybe look over that right shoulder again. So just a little different variation here with that twist. Trying to cultivate a nice vertical spine. Good, and let's come through center. Extend your right leg long, and we'll switch. Bend your left knee up. Again, you want some space in this first one. You're gonna lean back on your left hand. Put weight in the left hand. Right arm comes across your body, like this karate chop. You're gonna press your forearm into your thigh, press your thigh back into your forearm. Make sure you're keeping the right foot either flexed or pointed, and then start to do this little twist here. Good. On your next inhale, start to come upright more. You can even draw your heel closer to your seat. Wrap your right arm around your shin. Take a little space for your belly. And then look over your left shoulder. Good. Come back through center. From here, you'll extend your left leg straight. Lengthen through the spine. Find a nice tall spine. And then we'll exhale, start to hinge forward from the waist. You can take hands on either side of the shins. As you pull your shoulders back, maybe flex your feet. Perhaps you grab your big toes, pull yourself in a little further and fold. That's another option. Inhale, as you come up, draw your knees up into your chest, take the knees out wide, soles of the feet are together, lengthen through the spine, and then exhale, hinge forward from the waist for Baddha Konasana. And then inhale, lengthen. And we'll do a nice hip stretch here. So you're gonna extend your right leg long and cross your left ankle on top of your right thigh. So it's just above that right knee, okay? Make sure your foot is outside of the thigh and your left foot is flexed. You're gonna lengthen through the spine here and then exhale, start to hinge forward from the waist. If you need a little bit more, you can always bend that bottom leg and come into Agni Stambhasana or fire log pose. If you have a big space, you'll want to put a blanket or a block in that space. For me, this is as far as I can hinge forward without my hips screaming at me to stop. So I'm listening to my body. Make sure you're listening to yours. Breathing deeply. And then inhale, as you come up, let's extend the left leg, both legs rather, and shake them out a bit. And then we'll take that right ankle and cross it on top of your left thigh. So this time your right foot is flexed. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, hinge forward. If you need a little bit more, again, same option here to stack those shins. And really make sure that the shins are completely stacked. Often this left heel will be closer towards your right sit bone. For some people, and I always have to tell them, bring your left foot forward. Make sure your feet are flexed. That's going to protect your knee joint. Bring it more into the hips than the knees. And breathe. Sometimes the hips can be so tight, it can really kind of make you feel a little queasy, right? So just listen to the body. If it's overwhelming, then back off a bit. All right, we're going to come back through center. I just want you to take a nice crisscross or one ankle in front of the other, crisscross applesauce or one ankle in front of the other seat. And then we're just going to take the arms out wide. Stretch out the chest a bit more. And I want to do a simple shoulder stretch. You're going to take that right arm across your body. Breathe here. Take your arms out wide and you'll take your left arm across your body and breathe there. Take your arms out wide again. Rest your hands on your thighs or your knees. Take your head over to your right shoulder. Stretch out the neck. Lift it back up through center and take it over to the left shoulder. Come back through center here. Take a moment to close your eyes. Just close your eyes and notice the breath again, the tip of the nostrils. See if you can get a nice vertical alignment from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Notice that cool air as you breathe in, and notice the warm air as you breathe out.
Notice that inward moving awareness on your inhale, the upward moving awareness on the inhale rather, and notice the downward moving awareness on the exhale. So as you breathe in from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. And as you breathe out from the crown of the head back down to the base of the spine. If your mind starts to travel, just bring your awareness right back to the breath. The upward moving awareness on the inhale, the downward moving awareness on the exhale. This would be a really great time to transition into Shavasana, lying all the way down on your back. And take about 5 to 10 minutes there. But if you need to go on with your day, you can also finish with me. Draw your hands together in front of your heart. Peace to all, light to all, love to all. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me on this YouTube channel. I appreciate all your love and support. If you found this video to be helpful, press the thumbs up button below. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you do. Hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you know first when I have a new video out. Thank you all so much. Namaste, friends. Take care.